So Umbrella Academy is the superhero show that nobody asked for. Girl, nobody even saw this shit coming. It just came out the clear blue sky. And it was created by a band member from My Chemical Romance. Critics love this show. A lot of people have been giving this show really wonderful ratings. Now, how do I feel about it? Um, so let's get into it, girl. The Umbrella Academy, love the title. So the Umbrella Academy is about a group of 7 foster children or adopted children who, as children, were a superhero team that was led by their foster or adopted father. And then they disbanded for whatever reason, and years later they come back together because their father has died. Hijinks ensue. We got time travel. We got the end of the world. We got an apocalypse happening. We got time traveling assassins. It sounds like it's gonna be a good time, right? It was in doses. Don't get me wrong, I love the premise of the show, and there are a lot of things about this show that I liked, such as the production value. It really had movie quality production value with this show. Like, girl, they had a budget and they showed that shit. They were like, we are not sparing any of this expense. We're not being stingy about locations. We're not being stingy about special effects. We're not being stingy about explosions. Girl, we got extras. We got people, we got blood squirting out. We got all types of shit. They were not stingy. And I'm going to need a lot of Netflix shows who have great budgets to learn from this and be able to produce that level of quality as well. Because, bitch, if y'all gonna keep going up in the damn monthly costs, it needs to start showing and paying off. Okay? Okay. So, yes, I did love that aspect of the show. Another thing I loved about the show is the opening of the season and the ending of the season. The ending of the season was a wonderful payoff. The last 3 episodes had me so immersed, had me in the edge of my seat. I completely binged the last 3 episodes, like back to back. I was like, nope, going to the next episode, going to the next episode. And the first 2 episodes, I felt the same way. The opening of the season was great. It got me hooked to the story. And it was able to really draw me the fuck in. Like, that's what I like from my shows. Draw me in, girl. Draw me in. And then lead me to the promised land, which is the last part of the season, and have me gagging, girl. And the last part of the season had me gagging for dear life. Okay? I loved the last part of the season, okay? But therein lies our problem. The middle of the season really was slow. It was so slow, y'all. And here's the thing. Call me weird, okay? Call me weird as fuck. I know I'm weird. I'm a fucking queer nerd, okay? I'm a queer black nerd and I am ashamed of it. So I know I'm weird. But I like a little bit of action in my superhero genre shit, okay? Call me weird. I just like that, okay? And I understand that this is more of a superhero drama. This had action scenes, but we have all these characters with these fantastic abilities and these damn arsenal of skills, and we hardly see it. Now, when we do see it, we see it in fantastic ways sometimes. I'm looking at you, Diego. But you know, we do see it in really great ways, but it's few and far in between. And that really kind of sucked for me. There were a couple of episodes in the middle of the season where it was kind of a drag to get through. Like, I was like, oh my God, like, I don't like not finishing shows. And it was really hard to get through. And if you are a 10 episode season, there is no reason for you to have filler episodes. And bitch, Joss Whedon proved a long time ago, and so did Sam Raimi with Xena the Warrior Princess, and Joss Whedon with Buffy the Vampire Slayer. They proved a long ass time ago that filler episodes can still be entertaining as well. So there's no reason for you to have such a short season and have episodes that's really dull and boring and slow. I don't mind slowness as long as we're going somewhere with it, but It didn't like there was. It was just like a lot of people just hanging out, not doing anything. Girl, like I was like, bitch, can we see somebody do something fantastic? Character wise, my top two favorite characters were Klaus and number 5. Bar none. I mean, Klaus being the number 1 to me, in my opinion. Klaus is number 4 as far as the children go, and he has the ability to communicate with the dead, conjure the dead, and also do a couple other fantastic things as far as the dead is concerned, as we find out later. I could watch an entire solo show with Klaus. Not just because he's a queer character, but I am biased to that, but also because he just had so much depth to him, and the fact that he was he was a drug addict, trying to get clean, but not really, and struggling with his trauma from the abuse that their adopted father placed on him because of his abilities. I loved Klaus. I mean, he really was a breath of fresh air for me in this show. He was the MVP for this show, and he kind of saved it for me because there were so many times where I wanted to turn it off, but I wanted to see where he was going, what was happening with his character. And I used to hate when it was switched from his character to someone else. I'm like, no, give me Klaus. That leads me to number 5. He was really entertaining as well. Kudos to that kid actor. He did a really wonderful job, kind of playing a 58-year-old in the child's body. You know, he had the ability to time jump, and he has the ability to teleport around, and he was kind of the exposition dump for the story, but he was still entertaining. I also wanted to see more with him as well, but he was really great as well. Hazel and Cha-Cha, I can watch their own show as well. These are time-traveling assassins, girl. Mary J. Blige, I just gotta give it to you. I gotta give it to you. Sometimes you find your calling late in life, and girl, you found 2 callings in life. You are a phenomenal singer, and you also a phenomenal actress. I love it. I love it. And keep doing you. You did a wonderful job as Cha-Cha. And the guy who played Hazel did a wonderful job as well. Kudos to y'all. Girl, their scenes, they had a couple of slow scenes too, but I didn't mind them being on the screen. They actually brought a little levity to the show as well as Klaus. And I loved seeing them I just loved seeing what they were going through, and I would love to see them have their own show as well. This is where we're going to get into spoilers. You've been warned. Spoilers, so if you don't want to get spoiled, hop your little ass on down on my damn video, okay? Alright, you've been warned. But Vanya has been told her whole life that she was not special, girl. Their father was like, no, bitch, you ain't, you don't get to take pictures with us. You ain't special. You don't get no tattoo. You're not really a part of this family. You're just an honorary member, girl. So, sit over to the left. But it turns out that Vanya was the motherfucking queen bee of powers, okay? She was the queen of the Nile, and everybody else had to bow down in the end. So Vanya has these amazing Dark Phoenix-like powers surrounding sound, and she's pretty much going to bring about the end of the world, and she is the main antagonist in the end. The last 3 episodes of Vanya's character were amazing. Ellen Page was wonderful, just kind of showcasing that pain and hatred and anger. I loved it, but the leading up to that point, she was just kind of a wallflower girl. And I understand that it was important for her character, but there was a way that you could have made her likable too. And it really, she wasn't really written that way. She was just really written dully and not likable as well. Like, it was just kind of like, girl, like, why do we keep going to her? I don't care about her and her psychotic boyfriend. I don't care. But she really redeemed her character in the end, so I can't really completely call her a dud. But the real duds of the story for me were Allison, Luther, and Diego. Allison, such a missed opportunity, y'all. Okay, Allison had a power called Rumor, where she could rumor someone to do whatever she wanted to do. All she had to do was say, I heard a rumor, girl, and you bitch, you were basically at the mercy of her power. Now, it's so interesting, and there's so many ways they could have went about this with her to make her interesting, because coming into the show all these years later, she doesn't like to use her powers because it's messed up her marriage, it's messed up her relationship with her daughter, and also because she realized how much of an addict she was with her powers. She used her powers to get a wonderful acting career. She used her powers to make people like her, to have friends, to have a husband. It's crazy. And, you know, that's something that I really would like them to delve into. And they kind of like tease it, and they're like, oh, we're not going to talk about it. Another thing that really upset me about the Allison storyline is, girl, they tried to play up this whole sister bond between Allison and Vanya, and I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't here for it because there was no build up to it. It just was like, don't tell me that Allison loves Vanya as a sister. Show me. And I just wasn't we weren't shown anything. Like, there was no payoff with what they were trying to push through. Luther, girl. Anyway, those are my thoughts on Luther. And Diego, once again, why were you here? Like, I didn't really care about your story. We spent so much time on you, and you were unlikable. Even if you were going to be unlikable, it was still, you weren't even interesting. They didn't make you weren't interesting. And I don't think the actor really could do the role right. And I usually don't like to blame things on the actor, but the actor really was not playing like a dark vigilante to me. Like, you weren't like, and I guess the director was like, oh, how you're playing Diego is okay. But Diego was supposed to be like sort of a badass. His voice wasn't badass, his delivery wasn't badass. It was just like, I don't know, it was weird. I didn't really care for Diego like that. But girl, that's my review of Umbrella Academy. I give the show a 6 out of 10. And I'm being gracious with that 6 because the show's not shitty. It's worth a watch if you truly, truly like superhero, like really interesting premises and superhero shows. But just be warned, there are a lot of slow moments in this show. There are a lot of missed opportunities with some of these characters. And there's not as much action as you would think there's going to be on the show. But if you like a show that has a great opening and a wonderful payoff in the end, it's worth suffering through the middle. And there's a bunch of characters, there's a couple of characters in this show that make suffering through the middle worth it. So, 6 out of 10 for The Umbrella Academy. I was going to do reactions to the show, but I heard that Netflix and YouTube and NBC were tripping and doing copyright strikes against any channel that was doing that. So, girl, you just got this shitty ass review. Make sure you comment, rate, subscribe. I'm a brand new channel. We'll appreciate the love. Make sure that you look in the description where you can subscribe to my other channel, The Real Big Zoe. Excuse me. And I'll see you guys next time with my next review or reaction. Bye.